Daniel in the critic's den. A master of art has given us a picture which well represents the attitude of the higher critics toward the book of Daniel and its wonderful prophecies, which more clearly than any others point out our day, its present experiences, and what is to be expected. Of course, in discrediting Daniel and the prophets and the Psalms of the Old Testament, these critics really discredit Jesus and the apostles. These higher critics of all the great colleges have undermined faith in the Bible as the Word of God, and thus undermined all faith in a personal Creator with many. These critics have little to say against him who spake as never man spake, but the discerning minds of our day perceive that, as Jesus and the apostles quoted Daniel and the prophets as divinely inspired, the discrediting of the one is the rejection of the other. How could we rely upon the testimony of Jesus and the apostles respecting other matters if they erred respecting the prophecies of the past? The condition of Christendom today is truly deplorable, and although we can see how it has come about, it seems almost impossible to restore a faith once lost. Only the very honest-hearted, may we expect, will be recovered. Their deflection had its start with the impossible thought that all, except a handful of humanity, must suffer to all eternity at the hands of fireproof devils. Because God thus foreknew and arranged matters from before the foundation of the world, they cast away the Bible because of the erroneous view that it is the foundation of all these various religious errors. This unbelief advances like a mighty wave, and its influence is sweeping away all hope respecting a future life. It is preparing the world for anarchy. The wonder is that the great and rich, supporting colleges which thus teach, do not realize that they are bringing anarchy upon the world. Even now, labor, like the blind giant Samson, is groping for the pillars, whose fall will overthrow present conditions. Many shall run to and fro. Everybody knows that, stimulated by printing, there has been a greater development of knowledge along every line within the past century than during the preceding 59 centuries. Everybody knows that the telegraph, telephone, wireless, electric light, gas light, steam railroads, electric roads, machinery, conveniences, etc. of our day were all unknown a century ago. But although we know this to be true, it seems almost incomprehensible to the rising generation. These things have come so gradually that few realize that they are foregleams of the great 1,000-year day of Messiah's kingdom, in which the curse will be fully removed, and instead the blessing, long promised of God, will be outpoured upon humanity abundantly. The Bible declares the coming glory of earth, when God shall make the place of his feet glorious, when the whole earth shall be a paradise of God. Our great scientists, who give no heed to the Bible, testify that present attainments are as nothing to what is just at hand. God describes our day in Daniel's prophecy, saying, "In the time of the end of this age, many shall run to and fro, knowledge shall be increased, the wise shall understand, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation." Are we not in the midst of the running to and fro which this prophecy predicted? We must, therefore, be living today in the period designated the time of the end, the time in which this age will gradually close, and the new age will gradually dawn with greater blessings. The first locomotive was built only 80 years ago. Now in every land, multitudes are running to and fro whose grandfathers probably never traveled 50 miles from their birthplace. Surely no prophecies could be more accurately fulfilled than this one. Who but God could have known and foretold this marked peculiarity of our day? Jesus quoted a part of this prophecy.